Hey everybody, I know I've been a little MIA this past week. We started teacher training at my new school and that's been my life for the past couple of days. So I'm trying to learn the balance between that and purple paper cuts and everything else that's going on. But I'm loving it so far. It's great. I did want to get on and do a teacher tip for you, and it's going to be a quick one today, but it is one that has changed my life on Google, and I love it. So if you use Google, stick around and check this out. Um, I did a survey yesterday on my stories that asked if you wanted to see teacher tips or if you wanted to see Cricut tutorials, because I do both. And it was about a 2-to-1 ratio. So a lot of you said the teacher tips, but quite a few of you still said Cricut tutorials. So I'll try to keep it to a 2-to-1 ratio where I'm doing teacher tips probably like 2 to 3 times a month, and then Cricut tutorials 1 to 2 times a month, and maybe even some extra here and there. We'll see. But I'm going to show you the Google fonts that I am in love with, and I hope that it changes your Google attitude as well, because it did mine. So let's get started. All right, so here we have, this is my Google Drive, Google Docs rather, for my student or my teacher account. So this is my school account here. And if you go up to fonts, this is probably what you're seeing. So there's like, I'll zoom in here. There are not many choices, like maybe 20, and they're all pretty lame. So I was not excited, and I first figured this out a couple years ago, so like this has changed my life because I am a font person. I love fonts, and when I opened up Google and I was like, there are 20 fonts here, what's going on? And I was devastated. But now I'm going to go to my personal account down here. Now you can see, check out my fonts. Like, look at all these beautiful fonts right here. And these are all provided by Google. Oh my gosh. It's still going. Like, I'm only halfway through. All of these fonts. And if you know me, you know that I love using fonts, and it is like my love language. So having all these choices just makes my heart happy. So there's some really cute ones in here too. So instead of this boring hello teacher friends, I'm going to use one of my cute ones. Let's use a cursive. See, how cute is that? It's so adorable. And there are so many choices. Let's do another one. Ooh, this is pretty. Like, would you expect that from a Google? No. So I'm going to show you the hack. And you might actually already know this. It took me like, I think a year before I realized that you could put new fonts. Well, not new fonts, but different fonts on your Google apps. So if you go up here to fonts, you probably skipped right over it like I did. But right here, this first one says more fonts. Click on it and your heart will be happy. Look at all of these fonts. I am telling you, it goes on forever. Like, and you see, it just keeps loading stuff. And it just keeps going. Forever and ever. It's great. So you can sort them over here. So if you want something like that's a little bit bolder, you're going to go to display fonts. If you want something like, there's a ton. And then it just loads more, and there's more after that, and then it loads more. It's crazy. And then there's handwriting ones. So like if you want to get into that cursive or into that little bit more, I don't know what to call it, more stylish, I guess. Yeah, and you can search fonts. So like, let's say I use PicMonkey a lot. So if I wanted to see if they had a certain font that I use in PicMonkey, then I could just type it up here, search it, and see if it's there. And then also over here, it has your fonts that you've already put in your Google apps. So let's say I put that one in there already, but so I can click on these, and every time it has a blue check mark, that means it's in my list. So I'm going to have it every time I open my Google apps. So now they're all right there. And I can get rid of them if I don't like them. So if I don't want them in my list anymore, I just push that X. And then, so let's see, we're gonna look at Grand Hotel. So after I select the ones I want, I'm just gonna push OK. And then they're magically in there. So let's make this Grand Hotel. And there she is. And then it's so much prettier. I love it. So if you've already figured that out, then props to you. But it took me a while. And it was right under my nose the whole time. But I geeked out when I realized that it was right there the whole time. So if you are a font person like me, I hope that this has made your day and that you can have all the fun with all the Google fonts. And yeah, I hope it was helpful. Have a great day.